we're over tonight at a friend's place and it's been pretty, it's been a lot of fun. Let's put it that way.
That's good.
Yeah.
Tell Diane we'll miss her tomorrow. We'll miss her dollars tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll let her know.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we are live and ready to go when you are, Mr. Mayor.
All right, sounds good. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. This is a special meeting of the Seldovia City Council, Monday, October 7th, 2024. Time is 6:09 p.m. and we'll go ahead and do roll call. Swick,
Here.
Peyton,
Here.
Keithley,
Here.
Langbart's absent. Rojas,
Here.
Kennedy.
Here.
All right. We have 5 out of 6 council members in attendance with council member Langbart absent tonight. If we can go ahead and have some help with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. All right, item C, excuse absences, just council member Langbart. Item D, agenda approval. We'll go ahead and look for a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve tonight's agenda by Rojas, second by Keithley, I believe. Any additional discussion before we vote? Okay, hearing none, we'll go ahead and vote on the approval of tonight's agenda. All those in favor, Swick,
Aye.
Peyton,
Aye.
Keithley. Was that a yes?
Aye.
Rojas
Aye.
and Kennedy.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes with 5 in the affirmative and 1 absent. Let's see, no consent agenda tonight. Mayoral proclamations, none. Item G, public presentation, prior notice. And we don't have anybody on here. Is that still good, Meg? Or excuse me, Liz?
Yes, that's correct, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Item H, public presentations for items not on the agenda. Do we have anyone signed up for that?
We do not.
Okay. Item I, committee and advisory board reports. We have no one signed up. Item J, administrative reports, none. Item K, public hearings, none. Item L, unfinished business, none. Item M, new business. Item M1, resolution 25-13, certificate of results of election from October 1st, 2024. And this will be found on page 5 of your packet. And we'll go ahead and have the city clerk lead this one.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Mayor. So you'll find the copy of the certificate of results of election resolution 2513 on page 5. On page 6, you'll see the unofficial tally for it. And then just as a note on page 7, there is a memorandum on how we were going to deal with the write-in candidate process. This is similar to what we did, was it 3 years? 2020, when Councilmember Pittman was first appointed. Municipal code does not include a process for electing a write-in candidate, so we kind of fall back on the state statutes, which require that you sign up 5 days beforehand before a general election. The Kenai Borough has a similar procedure, and this is what we've done in the past. And so prepared after this is an action memorandum that will declare that seat vacant. And you can see a draft of that on page 12, which will be the next order of business, which is M2 on the agenda, as well as a draft for the vacancy announcement.
All right.
So that's kind of the process that we're going to use. And so we have this opened the envelope or package from the election board and I've inspected the contents and the certificate of election. And we had 35 voters show up at the polls and let's see, Greg and Bobby and I did, we received 8 absentee and special needs ballot in total. We did not receive any challenge ballots the day of. And all 8 of those were considered, good to go, for registered voters. So we have those 8 ballots here and you'll see, we'll go through the tally sheets and count out those and then go through the certificate of the election. Is everybody ready? All right.
Sounds good.
You turn your mic on, Bobby. All right. Forgot to bring the ladder opener. All right. So our ballot number, we have 1 for Kennedy. The slash marks at the very beginning, like we did at the, look at Greg's. Yep. Okay, so we have 1 write-in vote for Randy Sweet. Vote for Kennedy and a write-in vote for Hugh Smith. Hugh Smith. Have 1 vote for Kennedy and a write-in for Jack Barber. Have 1 vote for John Kennedy. One vote for Kennedy, 1 write-in for Rosie Moore.
Where are you? Right there. Rosie who?
Moore. One vote for Kennedy.
Six.
I'm sorry. Did you say 6, Kirk?
Hmm.
Did you say 6 for Kennedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you did a tally, yeah, 6 so far. Kennedy,
Is that what you have as well? Because I have 5
right, 5.
for Kennedy.
It's fine.
I have 1 for Kennedy. And 1 write-in for Keith Gain. So for Kennedy, we had 29. And how many votes do we have?
7.
7. Okay.
So we write in the totals.
Mhm.
Did you say you had 8 absentee?
Correct.
That was 7. Was there no votes on the 8th one?
On the first one, there was no vote for Kennedy.
Oh, the first one, there was no vote for Kennedy and no write-in?
Mhm.
There was a write-in, but there was no vote for Kennedy.
That would be 36 total for Kennedy.
Right.
And then to Jax, we'll add one more for 3 votes total.
Mhm.
And, the next one we have is one more for Keith Gain. We'll add, will become 2. And then Randy Sweet will add on to 1. Hugh Smith is 1. And Rosie Moore is 1.
Liz, I got it on the bottom. Is that all right?
Mhm. Okay. My total is correct. We have Kennedy has 36 votes and total write-ins are 25. Would you like me to go down the list for everybody, sir?
Yeah, you can real quick.
Okay, so for Jackie Taylor, 3 votes. Walt Sonnen, 2 votes. Jim Hopkins, 2 votes. Laurel Hiltz, 2 votes. Jack Barber, 3 votes. Don Bodyfelt, 1 vote. Alvin Swick, 1 vote. Doug Giles, 1 vote. Keith Gain, 2. Chancelyn Collier, 1. Ecola Collier, 1. John Gruber, 1. Robert King, 1. Jen Swick, 1. Randy Sweet, 1. Hugh Smith, 1. And Rosie Moore, 1. For write-ins.
Okay, sounds right.
I think with that, we're just looking for a motion to approve the resolution.
Okay,
We have to go to public
Yep.
first here.
And quick question, canvassing board is in agreement?
Sorry, Mr. Mayor, I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, the 2 electoral officials are in agreement.
Oh. Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, we'll go ahead and we can go ahead and take that out to, now that we've had the results read, canvassing board agrees, and then we can go ahead and open it up for any questions or comments from council before we go to public.
Mr. Mayor, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead, Vivian.
Yeah, congratulations, Councilmember Kennedy. I guess I told the city office that I had 2 different people come to me and ask, can they vote for 2 people, or is there 2 positions open, 2 seats on the council? So it was confusing to people, like it always is. And then I think there's always a confusion of write-ins and how that works. So I think maybe we need to do a little bit of information out to the public. But I think the concern that a couple of people had, they weren't really aware of, can they write in two people? I mean, vote for who's ever running and then write in somebody else. They weren't sure that two seats were open. And I don't know how we can make that any clearer, but it seems to be a consistent question people have. But thank you everyone for your time working with the election. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, thank you, Vivian. Yeah, I have a question. So if I remember back on the actual ballot, it says vote. I think it said vote for, what did it say? Did it say vote for one or vote for two?
It says, yeah, Mr. Mayor, it says vote for no more than two.
It says vote for no more than two. And then it was only Kennedy's name. And then there was a slot of just a blank under his, or did it say write in underneath of that?
There was Kennedy's name and then two spots that said write in with a line next to them.
Two write in. Okay. And it says vote for no more than two. Okay. So yeah, you would have had to have read between the lines there that you could have done two write-ins if you wanted to. But at no time, no more than two.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I think I understand Vivian's her comments. So okay. Okay, yep, no, sounds good. Any other comments, questions from council? Okay, I'll just make a quick comment. Same thing. Congrats to Councilmember Kennedy. Appreciate him putting his name back in the hat. Obviously, everyone knows the amount of commitment that it takes to be on council. And I want to thank Jennifer for her time on council, obviously. So hopefully we'll see her again in the future sometime. So, and then obviously we've got some work to do ahead of us here to find a sixth member. So, and we'll get to that one on the next order of business here on item M2. So, all right, thank you. If there's any more questions or comments from council before we go to public.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Vivi.
Yeah, I meant to thank Jen for her service and time with us. And I hope in the future, once her kids get a little bit older, that she'll come back. She did a good job, Jen. So I really appreciate what you've done the last 3 years and hope to see you back. And John, again, congratulations to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian. Okay, we'll go ahead and go to public. Do we have anyone signed up that wishes to speak, Liz?
No, we do not, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, and I assume no one in the audience there that I can see?
No, sir, there are not.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and bring it back then for final action disposition on resolution 25-13.
I'll make a motion. We adopt resolution 25-13. Is that correct?
Correct.
I'll
Okay.
second.
Okay, we have a motion by Rojas to approve resolution 25-13, which is a certificate of results of the election from October 1st, second by Swick. Any further discussion before we vote? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and vote on the approval of resolution 25-13. All those in favor, Swick,
Aye.
Peyton,
Aye.
Keithley,
Aye.
Rojas,
Aye.
and Kennedy.
Aye.
Okay, motion is approved. Resolution 25-13 is approved, which certifies the results of our election from October 1st. All right, thank you, everyone. That was a vote of 5 in the affirmative and 1 absent. Item M2, action memorandum 25-02, declaring a city council seat vacant and directing the city clerk to provide public notice seeking qualified candidates for the appointment. And this is found on page 12 of your packet. And we'll go ahead and let the clerk lead this one off as well.
As Mayor Campbell said, on page 12, you'll find the action memorandum, which would declare the council seat vacant. And direct the city clerk to provide public notice seeking qualified candidates for the appointment. I've included with that a City of Seldovia declaration of interest for city council vacancy on page 13, as well as the financial disclosure form that would have to be filled out. And the timeline of that would be that we would post that notice and ask for declarations of interest by I think it's the 22nd of October, with the intent to possibly have the council appoint somebody at the 28th meeting, if that is agreeable to the council. And we can, if you'd like, we can go through and call the people who got write-in votes and let them know about their option for applying for that vacancy, if that's council's wishes.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. All right, we'll go ahead and open it up for council comments, questions, comments on action memorandum 25-02.
Mr. Mayor, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead, Vivian.
Yeah, I would. Yes, I think it's a good idea to contact the write-ins and see if they're at least interested or not interested, and get the word out there. I think that's where the confusing part is for the public, not knowing if there is somebody who is running on the write-in, because they have up to 5 days before the election. So I think there's confusion on people's part. But yeah, hopefully one of those folks that were signed in would be willing to come on board. That'd be great. That's all, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vivian. Anyone else? I have a quick question, Liz. So you've prepared the on page 12, or there's the action memorandum, and then you've got that council vacancy form, which is a 1-pager. So there's a number of items on there that a person can fill out, but the rest of the requirements, like on the state statute, going back to, what is that, page 8, like on, let's see, so we're in writing candidates in the general election, for example, A4, that one of the things, you got the full name of the candidate, residence, full mailing address, you've got all that. But then like item A4 is the political party or political group of which the candidate is registered as affiliated, or whether the candidate would prefer a nonpartisan or undeclared designation. Like so you don't have that on there. Do we need to have that on there, or can we how does this work? If we're referencing that we're doing it like per state statute, and then they've got this bulleted list of 13 items on there, do we have to have all 13 of those on our form, or how does that work exactly?
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor. No, we don't need to have all of those on the form. That is for the partisan general elections and what they require for write-in candidates. What we have to follow once we've declared it a vacancy is Title 29 in our own code, which just requires that the candidate be a qualified voter in the city and has for 6 months within the city and at least 18 years of age. So we don't need to have all of those requirements as per that statute, because that's for write-in candidates and we're doing an appointment.
Okay, so we're just using the abbreviated version then. Okay. All right, sounds good. Any other questions, comments? Okay, I'll just chime in real quick. Yeah, I do think it's a good idea, as Vivian had pointed out, to go down the list and call the write-in candidates and then also probably solicit on the city's website as well. Had you intended on doing that, posting that on
Yes,
the?
I apologize because I mistakenly did not put that, but I did have a draft public notice in there, which will be on the website and posted at the usual places like the post office, the city office, and the multi-purpose building as well.
Okay, perfect. Yep. No, that sounds good. That was all I had. So, okay, we'll go ahead and go to public. Anyone from the public wish to speak on item M2, action memorandum 25-02?
I'm not seeing anybody, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, and again, no one in the council chambers either.
No, sir.
Okay, sounds good. We'll go ahead and bring it back to council for final action on action memorandum 25-02.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve action memorandum 25-02.
Okay. And do we have a second? Okay, and we have a second. Okay. We do have a motion to approve action memorandum 25-02 by Keith Lee. We have a second by Peyton. Any further discussion on action memorandum 25-02 before we vote? Okay, hearing none, we'll go ahead and vote on the approval of action memorandum 25-02, which again is declaring a city council seat vacant and directing the city clerk to provide public notice seeking qualified candidates for the appointments. And we'll go ahead and vote. All those in favor, Swick,
Aye.
Peyton,
Aye.
Keithley,
Aye.
Rojas,
Aye.
and Kennedy.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes with a vote of 5 in the affirmative and 1 absent. And again, that's the approval of action memorandum 25-02. Okay, thank you everyone for that. And we'll go ahead and continue on. Item N, city managers report none. Item O, informational items not requiring action. We have none tonight. Item P, executive session, none. Item Q, council and mayor comments concerning items not on the agenda. Swick.
No comment.
Peyton?
Come on, Jen, not even a goodbye, good luck, we'll miss ya.
She's tearing up right now. She can't speak.
Sure. Goodbye, Jen. Good night. We'll miss ya.
All right, Keithley,
No comment.
Rojas,
Again, thanks, Jen, for your time you put in. And John, welcome aboard again. Thank you.
Kennedy.
I've just got a couple of comments. Thanks everybody for the welcome aboard, and the final comment is for Jen Swick. I appreciate your service, and hope when you get those kids up a couple more years, you can rejoin us.
Sounds good. Thanks, John. All right, and same with me. Welcome back, John. Appreciate you again putting your name in the hat, and Jen, thank you again. So hopefully we'll be hearing from you at least as a citizen going forward. So sounds good. And yeah, my seat will be up here in another year or two, so that'll be a good opportunity for you to come back. We got to start recruiting early. You guys know how this works. We got to start way ahead.
That's
So,
right.
okay. Thank you to the city staff for helping with us out, and our canvassing board, Greg and Bobby. Appreciate everything that you guys did, and anyone else that helped on election day. As always, elections are a vital component of our democracy, and it's important that they're conducted in a fair manner and with open and public oversight. So Just a reminder, we do have a general election coming up here. And so again, our board will be very busy and city office preparing for that one. We've got statewide stuff on there. And of course, this is a presidential election year. So encourage everyone to get out and vote. Super important, especially this go around. So, all right, we will, next regular meeting will be held, that'll be a regular meeting, and that'll be held on October 14th, 2024 at 6 p.m. And I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
We have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to adjourn with a second. Any opposition? All right, hearing none, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate your time tonight and have a good evening.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.